Hey everybody, Lance Advance here, and welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we faced off against Brock, and we got our first gym badge, basically, and we went for Radiant Forest, but yeah. And that trainer battle is not, it's you don't have to trainer battle, but this one you do have to do. That's all you bring for us. So basically, we're kind of getting a rematch here, if that makes sense. Colton, of course. We have to fight a Caterpie here, basically. You know, we've seen Caterpie fights before. Yeah, you see one Caterpie fight, you've seen them all, basically. Just tackle or string shot. It's still not as bad as the, as in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, basically, where you have to fight the, Team Galactic, guy who basically has a level 47 Wurmple. I cannot get over that for some reason. You know, Weedle. Yeah, we've seen Weedle. Hey girl, would you like to look at my Weedle? There's your joke. Because I know someone, and I'm looking at you when I say this, is wanting to make that joke. Oh man, these Caterpie fights are boring. Like, I hate watching Caterpie fights. Like, they're not visually appealing to look at. I mean, don't get me wrong, Caterpie in the anime has a pretty cute voice, and it's really adorable. But here, I'm just like, I want to kill it. Even though you don't kill Pokemon. Well, in this game, if you do a Nuzlocke run, then technically they die. But you know what I'm getting at. And then, by the way, I will never do a Nuzlocke run, so please don't ask. I will never do it. Scrolling some hitting on her. I do not know how to feel. Last Sally. She's trying to hit on me, guys. I don't have a girlfriend, but still. This is gonna be a long episode. I've already ran out of things to talk about. So I'll talk about random things. So hey guys, by the time this goes up, Smash 3DS, by the time this goes up, Smash Wii U should hopefully be out by now. I'd hope so, at least. It may not be. But I'm hyped for that. 8-Man Smash looks awesome. Lots of things look cool. Hopefully the Smash Tour is better than Smash Run, because Smash Run kinda sucks. Nidoran female. Of course, this Pokemon that always gets picked by their male or female. Nidoran is a poison type. I do not recommend Nidoran at the moment. Its final evolution, which is Nidoqueen's really good though. And Nidoran male, I think, is actually pretty good. Of course, it evolves into... I'm probably wrong on this. Nidorino. No, wait. No, it's Nidoran. I don't know. I'm gonna call it Nidoran male. The pink one is all I can think of at the moment. It evolves into Nidoking, which is really good. And Bulbasaur is evolving. Of course, your Pokemon will evolve at certain levels. Bulbasaur evolves at level 16, and we'll see what Pokemon he's going to evolve into. With that, Bulbasaur has evolved into Ivysaur. By doing that, Bulbasaur actually gains a new subtype, which is Poison type. So now, if Bulbasaur or Ivysaur wants to learn a Poison type move, he can. Basically, not all Pokemon actually do get a subtype when they evolve. Some do, not all, as I said earlier. But it's pretty cool they do. God, I'm sick of Caterpies already. Just wait till we get to Zubats. Oh, the Zubats. Yay, Metapod! Metapod, use Harden! Harden, Metapod! Use Harden! Yay, Harden! Everyone's favorite move to fight a Metapod against, or fight against a Metapod. I don't know what I'm even trying to say anymore. Done like dinner. Wow. I didn't know they said that. They used to say that. I guess we'll give our Ivysaur a test ride. Eek, did you... Okay, you selling most of the girls from my high school. Eek, did you touch me? Okay. High school flashbacks. What? Jigglypuff? Oh my god, it's the son of Satan is back. It's Jigglypuff. We gotta kill this thing, basically. I took my meds this time, so I will not go fully insane when I see Jigglypuff. Maybe later on, if it's Jigglypuff, I will. But still, we have to kill the son of Satan, because, I mean, this thing is Satan. You don't want to fight Jigglypuff, because, it's Satan, basically. And I've been asked, what is this song that I always play? It's the Naruto vs. Madara music from Naruto Road to Ninja. I always forget to answer that question. Jigglypuff's the spawn of Satan. Don't use it. If you do, you're helping Satan, people. You're gonna help the end of the world. And I don't think you want that, because I mean, if you die, if the end of the world happens, you die, and I mean, Satan is apparently, from my knowledge, is a giant pink puffball, which it's always in Smash Bros. For some unknown reason. Now think about this. By the time this goes up, Naruto will have ended the manga. Oh my god. I mean, it ends. Oh, the damn recording this is November 1st, but it ends this week coming up. Wow, that's weird. That's really weird. Of course, you can run around this guy if you want. I barely get away with that, too. I will fight that guy later on, though. Well, I'm going to fight him off screen, but we're on Route 4 now, and there's a dungeon up near, which is going to take, well, up close, which is going to take up most of the time for this episode, and it's not a fun dungeon. It's Mount Moon. I don't believe it's the worst dungeon in the game, but it's a boring one. All the bunch of dungeons in this game are really boring, and I don't like the music for these, actually. Here we have Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed is a grass type move. It's a TM. Basically, what TMs are, they're like little mini discs that you give to your Pokemon. I don't know. I still don't know how TMs work, actually, in the universe of Pokemon. But basically, it pretty much teaches your Pokemon new moves without them having to learn it. Like bell levels. This is Zubat. Zubat is a flying poison type. We're going to see lots of Zubats. Lots of Zubats. There's even a dungeon in Generation 6 called Zubat Cave. That's how big these things are in caves. I mean, they're bats, so it makes sense they're always in caves, but you get sick of these guys after a while. Zubat, though, is actually a pretty good Pokemon. It gets a lot of crap just because it shows up a lot, but it's actually a pretty good Pokemon to use. It evolves into Golbat, and I believe in this generation you cannot get Crobat. I think you have to trade it from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which kind of sucks. I don't know, can you trade from Emerald to this game? I've never tried it, actually. I used to never trade my Pokemon back then, but once because I couldn't, because I never had, like, the little link cables you had to have. But, well, at least for the GBA, I never had them. But, I know you had to for, oh, it's pass. That's for Dwayne. I know he doesn't watch this, but he likes how I say pass. But basically, I never used to trade Pokemon back then. I never had a link cable to do it, so I never really did it. I just always kept my Pokemon then. But hey, though, most of my Pokemon actually are from the Gen 3 games. Like, my Blastoise, my main team, has been from Leaf Green, and my Sceptile has always been from Emerald. And so is my Solo. A little story about the Gen 3 remakes, I guess, if anybody gives a crap. I don't know, it's gonna fill up time. Technically, for some reason, I own 2 copies of Pokemon Leaf Green. The story behind this is super weird, and it's really not even that funny, but my brother, he introduced me to Pokemon when I was a little kid. He had me play Red first and then Silver, and this series changed my life, and for the better or worse. I don't, actually for the worse. I'm sitting here playing video games because of it, but, oh my god, that's the reason why. That is the reason why I am probably doing Let's Plays. I would not be a Let's Play if it was not for my brother in Pokemon. That makes me feel bad. I hate you, Dwayne. You got me playing video games for the rest of my life. But, basically, I like how I went from really calm after that. But here's Team Rocket, people. I'll talk about them later. But the story behind how I got into... basically, the story is my brother, he quit Pokemon after Silver. But he was like, hey, they're remaking Gen 1. I'll buy that. So he bought Leaf Green, played it a lot. I didn't know he had that. Like, the day he literally bought that, I've also bought Leaf Green. And he gave me Leaf Green, so now I have 2 copies of Leaf Green. I don't ever know what I'm doing with it, because I always confuse which copy it is I'm going to play it. But, you know. that story is super lame, I know, but you really don't care. It filled up time, though, and it gave us something to talk about. That's all that matters. 2 Leaf Green, 1 Let's Player. Yep, I just made a porno title with Pokemon games. What is my life? But we're fighting a Team Rocket game. Basically, Team Rocket, every Pokemon game has an evil team that you have to fight. Team Rocket is this, basically. Team Rocket, I think, are the most bland. They're the most nostalgic you care about. I guess because the anime is mostly, and they're the first evil team that you fight. Plus, they're in Gen 2, spoiler. But when it comes to evil teams in Pokemon games, I think mine are probably Team Plasma, honestly. Just because they're not really bad guys. They're doing dark justice, and I always like that, I guess. Yeah, a star piece. You basically can sell a star piece, and you can get a lot of money for it, which I mean, I'm gonna do. But basically, when it I know this is off topic, but it's kind of on topic. As somebody who really, and Pidgey's evolving, or Sora's evolving. I'm always gonna call it Pidgey. I'll never call him by the nicknames. I just like the nickname because people, I guess, like that stuff. I never do it in my main games. I always only do it in LPs, though. But Sora, you think that's a good line. And it evolved into Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is basically, you know, the evolution of Pidgey. Pidgeotto is pretty good. It's one of my favorite flying types. Ash had one in the anime, and they evolved into Pidgeot and got rid of it. I hate Ash. But, you know. But this is a topic I wanted to discuss for a long time, and I was actually waiting for this LP just to discuss it. I was going to do a video over a long time ago, but I said, nope, I'll do it for Pokemon Fire Red. And that topic is, why does Gen 5 get so much hate? And this also kind of says Gen 3, but Gen 3's hate's kind of gone away after a while. But why does Gen 5... Okay, I'll talk about this topic after. Magnemite, it is a steel and electric type. Originally, in the first generation, it was only electric, but after Gen 2, it became a steel type with that. Magnemite, I do not really like it in this gen. Later, at Gen 4 onwards, though, it gets a really good third third evolution, which is Magnezone. Magnezone also has an awesome voice in the anime, but it's actually a really good Pokemon. But as I was talking about earlier, why does Gen 5 get so much hate when it really... People, they hate it because they say it's so different. I don't see that. I think Gen 5, that's what makes it good. The difference is, it's more original than any other Pokemon game has. Like, Gen 4, I mean, you got hate, but I think I've seen more love for Gen 4 than I've seen hate for Gen 4. Which I don't get, because Gen 4 doesn't do anything really that original. The story is kind of meh. The Pokemon designs for that, I mean, I don't really care. Pokemon designs don't really bother me unless they're like, you know, the trash bag in Gen 5. But Gen 4 never did really anything original. Like the evolutions they gave, you really didn't need. Like, did we really need an evolution for Magmar? No, not really. Togekiss is pretty cool though. I mean, Electivire is pretty awesome, but it didn't do anything new. Gen 5, at least, you know, they implemented a story to make at least. So you actually care in that game. You actually had some pretty good characters. A whole new thing of Pokemon. There was not one old Pokemon in Unova until the post-game. And I don't know why people hate that. I think that's pretty cool. It's at least they're doing something somewhat different. For a franchise that never really changes its gameplay style that often, when it does something different, people get mad about it. I don't understand that. I think Gen 5 is honestly the best generation. Well, not counting. Okay, I like 2 a lot. Gen 5 is my favorite generation, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my favorite games in the series, if that makes sense. But, I don't know, I just don't understand the hate. And also, it broke the stupid, you know, you have 2 games, and like a year later, or a year or 2 later, you get, you know, a third game which just comes all those combined, for saying, yeah, you wasted your money. But in that, they pretty much made, you know, Black and White 2. I mean, I've done a rant over that, and that rant was so stupid. I don't know why I thought that was an awesome idea, but I did. As you saw back there, I got a rare candy. Basically, it's a free level up for your Pokemon. I honestly, when it comes to that, I honestly think you should wait till your Pokemon just evolves and then do that. Or just wait till later. So many Zubats here, I swear. But, basically, I don't see why Gen 5 gets all the hate. I mean, if people are watching this, I hope you are. If you can tell me why you think Gen 5, or if you don't like Gen 5 or you agree with me on that, why do you think Gen 5 gets all the hate that it does? Is it wrong with Gen 3? Is it because Gen 3 was different? If people didn't like that difference? Is that what it is? I don't really know. I just want to know why those games are the most hated when something like, you know, X and Y got a lot of love, even though it didn't do anything really. Well, besides like the Mega Evolutions, it didn't do well that in the Sky Battle. Besides that, Sky Battle, something kind of sucked. Besides the Mega Evolutions, it didn't do anything that new. Like a lot of the Pokemon recycled from other games. Yeah, besides the 3D also, but it didn't do anything really due to the series of Mega Evolutions in 3D. That's about it, and that we all know that's gonna happen eventually. So. Also, if you're watching this random question or topic or whatever, I like to do these because I'm bored. Random question of the day: what's your favorite Pokemon generation? If it's early, mine is 5 and 2. They're kind of tied. I love Generation 5 and 2. But you know, if you want to say what your generation is, go ahead. And also, if you want to, tell me what your least favorite generation is. For me, my least favorite is 4. 4 is just kind of there. It's not a bad game. It's just kind of bland, I think. Most of the Pokemon designs weren't really the best, I don't think. I mean, I don't really hate Pokemon designs. I mean, I love this series to death. It's one of my favorite franchises, but, you know. I'd love to hear what your favorite and least favorite are. Unless you say that Pokemon Snap is the best Pokemon game that you get. Actually, no, Snap's... I played a little bit of Snap. I couldn't get into it, though. If you say that, like Pokemon Dash or something's like your favorite, then get away. Your opinion's wrong. I'm kidding. I didn't like Dash. Dash was pretty boring. I wonder what the worst Pokemon game of 30 is. Like, Dash isn't really that good. Hey You Pikachu, I have a soft spot for it. It's nostalgia, basically, but I have a soft spot for that game. Stadium's pretty okay. When it comes to console games, usually they're pretty meh. Like, I like Stadium 2. Stadium 2's better, but they're not really amazing games, I don't think. I hate Team Rocket, but, trying to think. I don't like Team Rocket in this game. I like them in Gen 2, because they're on battle theme, and I kind of like the battle theme, but, when it comes to console Pokemon games, though, like, I'm trying to think. I've played most of them. Like, I've played Stadium, I've played Snap, I've played Hey You Pikachu, Battle Revolution, and let's not talk about Battle Revolution. I hate Battle Revolution. What about Battle Revolution? Fuck Battle Revolution. Let's see. What else is there? You have Pokemon Box, I think it's what's called. That was just Ruby stuff. I don't count that as a game, honestly. Pokemon Channel, I heard that sucked. The Rumble series, nah, at most. Let me think. What other gen? Well, I'm trying to think. Pokken Fighters, you know, we haven't got that. See, they said it's gonna be strictly arcade. I don't think that will be. I think that's gonna get ported to Wii U eventually, because it's Tekken and Pokemon. That's gonna sell like crazy. And Swords on Whirlwind, I do not recommend Whirlwind, because basically what it does, it just throws your Pokemon, or not your Pokemon, the other Pokemon out of the battle. If you're fighting a trainer, you'll switch another one in, but you know. If you're fighting a random Pokemon, you'll just throw it out of the battle. But that's all I can really think of in terms of console Pokemon games. I really want a console Pokemon RPG. Well, not counting like, okay, I didn't talk about Coliseum and XD. Coliseum's fun. XD, I've done a whole LP. Watch that. A very long LP. It ain't really long. It's like 42 episodes, which is good for that game, because I've seen some people go over 42, but I think it's 42 episodes. I don't know. It's been forever. Let's not don't remind me of XD. Those were dark times in the LP past. But Coliseum's fun. I like Coliseum. I do want, like, an actual... I mean, those are technically Pokemon RPGs for the consoles. But I want a Pokemon RPG like this for a console game. Or, even better, something I've always thought of, and they've never done this, but I'd love for them to do it, is to have a Pokemon console game, or console Pokemon game, or basically, if you guys have ever played the Poke Park games, when you have battles in that, where you control your Pokemon all around, you can do certain moves, have a battle style like that, except have RPG elements to it, kind of like an action RPG, if that makes sense. You could do something like that, and that would be amazing. I would play that like crazy. That's the game I'm talking about. Poke Park. Poke Park is fun. They're short little games, but they're pretty fun to play, actually. Maybe one day I'll do an LP of the first one. I've heard the second one's better, I need to buy it, but I'll get to that one day. I do like the first one, though. I got it for Christmas one day, and I beat it the exact same day. That's how much I liked it. Actually, it's just really short, too, so I beat it. But, I've never played Pokemon 2. Apparently, it's a lot better. But you have to do dancing, man. That's a bummer, I think. Grimer is basically a poison type Pokemon, just Sludge. That's Grimer. It evolves in a Muck. If you spell Muck backwards, it's Cum. There's a random thing to know. But basically, Grimer, it's good. I like it. Muck is okay. Muck's pretty good. If you want a decent poison type, Muck's always there. I like it over, like, Ekans and Arbok, to be honest, but that's just me. I love Muck in the anime. I think it's funny, though. I'm trying to think of Pokemon concepts that are actually pretty fun. Basically, I'm trying to think of a good one. Has there ever really been a Pokemon concept that stands out? Oh, Puzzle League, that's the one. A Puzzle League it's okay. It's there. I think that game was multiplayer. If I could find it one day, maybe a Friday Fight Night one day, I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing a Puzzle League. We need to do a puzzle game for a Friday Fight Night in general, I think. We need some puzzle action in this channel. I think I've literally only done one puzzle game for this channel. That was Mean Bean Machine of all things. I need to do Tetris. Tetris and Dr. Mario need to get in this. You know, you always think Tetris. And you know, the Yoshi puzzle game on the Super Nintendo that I can't think of. Puzzle Island or something. I don't know. Puzzle League, though, it's decent. You got the To Be a Master album soundtrack in there. It's not bad. That's got animated cutscenes. That's awesome for the Nintendo 64, that animated cutscenes. Because let's be honest here, the N64 was not the most powerful console. I mean, it looked better than some of the PS1 games, don't get me wrong, like Mario 64. For the time, it looked pretty darn good. It seemed like Ocarina of Time. I think the best looking N64 game though is Majora's Mask. That game looks amazing for N64. That Donkey Kong 64 look amazing. It's like rock hard. I need to play a Donkey Kong game for the channel. That's something I need to get on. I don't know which one to start with though. I can always do Country or that one for the Wii that the people from Galaxy made. Or, by the way, speaking of that, Galaxy 7 years old today, which is November 1st. Or I could do 64, or I could do Country Returns with a guest. I gotta find a guest who wants to play the game with me. That would probably Israel. I gotta find a Donkey Kong game to play that. If you guys care, another question: what's a Donkey Kong game you guys would like to see for the channel? I would love to do any of them, as long as they're not terrible. Which are the ones that people are gonna pick that we don't think are terrible and that I'll get mad at. And if I have to play with Israel, I know I'm gonna get mad. Because we cannot work together for some reason. I think literally, we are the people who win the most Friday Fight Nights, somehow. But we cannot work together at all. Our heads will butt into each other. That sounded weird. But we will argue somehow. Even though we are really good friends, we will find a way to screw each other over. These people here will teach you Mega Punch and Mega Kick. They're really good normal type moves if you want to learn them. But I have nothing that can learn Mega Punch and Mega Kick. But they're good though. They're really good moves, but nothing can learn them at this point. Which I don't know why they give it to you then. But you can learn you can actually get a flying Pokemon later on, which will let you get that. And also you can get Mankey earlier, but and teach it that. But I didn't get Mankey because I don't know, I didn't want a Mankey. But that was episode 3 of Pokemon Fire Red, ladies and gentlemen. I know it was a really long episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Listening to my stupid talk of why Gen 5 is hated, Pokemon console games, weird stuff. You know, usually like the bad stuff. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in episode 4. Later, guys.